Alright, so for our next one, we have our square of cardboard. You could also use paper or a pizza box or whatever, a paper clip, and a magnet. You don't necessarily have to use the black ceramic magnet. You could use the shiny silver magnets. You could use something different than a paper clip as long as it's magnetic. But I'm just going to start by cutting off a little bit of the cardboard because I have a plan for it later. Essentially though, we are going to imagine this cardboard as our canvas. So if you are someone who likes art, this is the time to go absolutely wild. If you are someone who doesn't like art, that's okay. Practicing is a good way to get better at it. Or you could go a totally different direction with this. For now though, I'm going to start really simple. Mostly because sometimes good drawings take a really long time, and sitting and watching an adult draw a picture for a really long time sounds a little boring. So I'm thinking I might make my magnet art Mario themed. So we're going to put in a couple little brick boxes for our Mario dude to jump on top of, a little power-up box, and I think at the end of the level there is a green tube or a pipe that he goes down into. So I'm gonna do that real fast. Super fancy coloring. And you can make yours whatever you want. You can use a huge piece of paper and make a giant one. You could do lots of little pieces that move around once it gets time to make the pieces that move around. You could print off pictures if you're someone who would rather make something on the computer and then print it off. I'm also going to do a very bad drawing of Mario right here. The arms, something like that. But this little second piece that I cut off is going to be the character that moves around. There we go. You can never find a black marker when you need one, can you? Orange, brown, whatever. Moral of the story is use what you can find, and if that's a handful of half-dried out markers, that's fine. If you're someone who likes to use fancy complicated art sets, that's great. If you're someone who literally wants to tear holes in your paper and make it like a cheese maze and try not to suck your magnet through the paper holes, all of these are good options. But in order for my little Mario to move around, he's going to need to be magnetic. And I'm going to solve that problem by just taping a paper clip right on the back. I could also slide the paper clip onto it, but since I have tape, I'm going to go ahead and tape it just so it's extra secure. Now we have a magnetic Mario. There we go. And depending on the strength of your magnet, these may or may not move around better or worse than others. But you can see once we slide the magnet on the back side of the cardboard, whew, that ceramic magnet is a little weak. Mario looks too sleepy. It's fallen over. Let's turn that right side up. There we go. You can move the magnet behind your piece of cardboard, and you can animate your animate your art. And out the tube, there we go. One other possibility, if you're someone who is into puzzles, is to make this into a maze. I'm not super sure how you make a maze. I'm just going to try and draw some lines and see how it goes. If I were to do this again, I might take a look at a book with some mazes in it, or do a little research on mazes. But for now, I'm gonna go with my instinct. Because there's nothing wrong with being a little wrong. Especially right off the bat here. Squiggle, sideways, squiggle. I'm not super sure where this is gonna go. We'll find out. And I can send my Mario through this maze, or I could stick something else onto a little piece of paper. Let's add one more little boop, boop. There we go. This is confusing. Trying to make up a maze on the spot is big pressure. Alright. But for this one, I don't want to use the Mario. The Mario's a little too big. I'm just going to put the silver magnet on top and the black magnet on the back. And there we have it. Our little, almost Pac-Man style maze. Boop, doop, 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 doop. That wasn't a very complicated maze. But that's the general purpose of it. And good luck. Have